At 5 o'clock in the morning, it was still quite dark. The troops of the center, the reserves, and Bagratian's right flank still stood
motionless,
but on the left flank, all on the columns of infantry, cavalry, and artillery, which were to be the first to
descend
from the heights in order to attack the French. The left flank.
No, that's right.
French, the right flank, them to
and drive
them back to Bohemian
mountains
according to the
disposition
had.
Okay, let's try to read better, okay? Come on. Already
began to stir and get up from their night camp. The smoke of bonfires onto which everything superfluous was thrown stung the ice. It was cold and dark. Officers hastily drink tea and ate breakfast. Soldiers chewed on
biscuits,
beat their feet to warm them up, and streamed towards the bonfires, throwing onto them the remains of their lean-tos, chairs, tables, wheels, bars, barrels, everything superfluous.
Good.
Which it was impossible to take with them. Austrian column leaders
shuttled
among the Russian troops, served as heralds of the departure as soon as an Austrian officer appeared at a regimental commander's camp. The regiment began to stir. Soldiers ran from the bonfires, stuffed pipes into boot tops, bags into wagons. There took their muskets and fell, and officers buttoned their coats, buckled on their swords and pouches, and strode along the ranks, calling out Carters and
orderlies,
harnessed packs,
and died
tied down the wagon adjutant.
Wagons.
Wagons adjutants.
No, wagons.
Wagons.
Stop. You said it. Here, wipe your hands. Come on, come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Now, where does it say adjutants? Where?
Adjutants move down.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, right here. Adjutants.
Adjutants,
Battalions.
battalions, and regimental commanders
Mounted
up, crossed themselves, gave final orders, instructions, and commissions to those who were staying with the train and the
monotonous
tramp of
thousands
of feet began. Columns started to move, but
started to move, not
knowing and owing to the surrounding people, the smoke, and the thickening fog, seeing neither the place they were leaving nor the place were going, nor the place they were going to.
Yep.
Soldiers movement. A soldier in a movement.
Nope, no A. A soldier in movement.
A soldier in movement is
as hemmed
in
limited
and
borne
along by his regiment as a sailor. By his ship, however far he may go, whatever strange, unknown, and dangerous
latitudes
he gets into around him. As for the sailor, always and everywhere there are the same decks, masts, and ringing of his ship. Always, everywhere, and everywhere there are the same comrades, the same ranks, the same sergeant major,
Ivan
Mitrich, the same company dog,
Zhuchika. Yeah,
the same superiors. A soldier rarely wish to know what
latitudes
his whole ship has gotten to, but on the day of battle, God knows how, and from where a stern note is heard in the moral road of the troops, the same for everyone, which sounds the approach of something decisive and solemn, and the cross in
Arouses.
arouses in the
Unaccustomed.
unaccustomed
Curiosity.
curiosity on days
Curiosity. Stop. Pause. Okay.
okay. Curiosity on days of soldiers
Excitedly.
try to
Get
what
beyond
beyond the
interest
of their
regiment.
Listen
Intently.
look about and
Greedily.
inquired into what is going on around them.
The fog.
The fog was so
Thick.
that
Though
day was breaking, one could not see 10
paces
ahead. Bushes looked like
enormous
tree level
trees.
Level places like
cliffs
and
slopes
area where on all sides one might run into an enemy. Invincible 10 paces away, but the columns marched for a long time through the same fog, going down and up hills, past gardens and fences, over new incomprehensible terrain without coming across the enemy anywhere. On
the contrary,
the soldiers realized that ahead, behind, on all sides, Russian columns were moving in the same direction. Every soldier felt pleased at heart, knowing that many more Russian soldiers were going where he was going. That is, no one knew where. See, there the
Kursky
lads just marched by, came from one of the rakes.
Okay, like you said, maybe sausage maker. Okay, see, keep going.
It's scary, brother. The troops we've gathered last night, I looked when they lit the fires. There was no end of the Moscow in short. Though none of the column leaders rode up to the ranks and spoke to the soldiers, the column leaders, as we saw at the
Council
of War.
Council. Not cancel. Council.
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 Cancel.
No, council. Ow.
Council.
Good. Of war. Were ill-humored and displeased with the action undertaken, and therefore were only following orders
and did not
bother
bother cheering up the soldiers. Despite that, the soldiers marched on cheerily as always when going into action, especially on the
offensive.
But having gone for about an hour, and the thick fog, the major part of the troops were forced to halt and unpleasant
awareness
of disorder and
muddle-headedness. Remember, what does muddle-headed mean?
Dumb.
Yeah, not thinking clearly, right? Okay, passed
through the ranks. How such
awareness
is
conveyed
is quite difficult to define, but it is
unquestionable
that it is
conveyed
with
extraordinary sureness
and
flows
swiftly,
imperceptibly
and
irresistibly
like water through a
glen.
If the Russian army had been alone without allies.
That means friends. Allies.
Such time.
Nope.
Much times might still have passed before this awareness of disorder became a general conversation.
Nope. Conviction.
But now
ascribing
the
cause
of the
disorder
with
particular
pleasure and
naturalness
of myriad
no
the mile.
Try to concentrate, okay? You're making too many mistakes. This is your first day reading back, but try, okay? Muddle-headed. Germans.
Everyone became
convinced
that the harmful confusion taking place was the doing of the sausage makers.
So back then, they used to call sausage makers Germans, okay? Good. I'll read this part, and then we'll start on the next page. Ready? What's the holdup? Is the way blocked? Or have we already run into the French? No, doesn't sound like it. Otherwise, they'd have started shooting. So they were in a hurry to get started. But once they got started, here we stand witless in the middle of a field. It's all these cursed Germans confusing things. What muddle-headed devils. So I'd have let them take the lead. But no, they huddle in the rear. And now we stand here on empty stomachs. Well, how long will it be? They say the cavalry blocked the road, said an officer. Eh? The cursed Germans? They don't know how their own country, said another. What division are you? An adjutant shouted, riding up. The 18th. Then what are you doing here? You should have gone ahead long ago. Now you won't go through till evening. Such stupid orders. They don't know how they're doing themselves, the officer said and rode off. Then a general rode by and angrily shouted something not in Russian. Tafalafa, tafalafa, and there's no telling what he's mumbling. The soldier said, mimicking the general as he rode off. I'd shoot the scoundrels. We were ordered to be in place before 9, but we're not halfway there. What orders? We repeated from different sides, and the feeling of energy with which the troops had set on for action began to turn into vexation. Vexation means unhappy, okay?
Okay.
Say vexation.
Vexation.
What's that word?
Vexation.
And anger. See? Vexation and anger at the muddle-headed orders in the Germans.